Hello, Rough Rider Nation, and welcome to this edition of the Rider Report, the ins and outs of Yavapai College athletics. I'm Brad Clifford, the athletic director here at Yavapai College, and I'm joined today by Zach Shaver, our women's volleyball coach, and two all-conference members of our 2018 volleyball team. We got Ninka De Vries, yep, and Pilar Doherty. We're glad to have you, ladies. Thank you for coming. Zach's been here before, so he knows the routine, and yep. I know we got a little nerves here, but just relax. This is going to be easy. The Lady Riders, the Lady Spikers, finished the 2018 season as the NJCAA Region 1 runners-up after finishing the season with an 18-9 overall record and a 7-5 conference mark. The Riders were ranked as high as number 13 in the nation, NJCAA polls. YC had numerous Conference Players of the Week recipients and really went on a tear at the right time at the end of the season, winning 8 of your 11 regular season matches, including 3 incredible 5-match games, matches in front of the home crowd. And you couple that with a thrilling 3-2 victory over Eastern Arizona College in the opening round of the region players, it really was a successful season, I thought. Zach, you had a chance to digest the season. It's been about a couple weeks now. What are your thoughts on the success of this 2018 team?
Well, I can kind of reiterate what we talked to the team about a couple days after the season. It was definitely very solid, successful. But of course, we always have lofty expectations, and so we were one step short of where we wanted to be. But it was definitely a big step forward from the last 2 seasons too. So, I told them I was really proud of them, especially how they battled in some really tough matches, and to go on the road at the end of the season and win against a conference opponent who you've already seen multiple times, like you mentioned in 5. That was a big win. So that was really proud of them for that.
That was a fun match. It was kind of an interesting match because it seemed the crowd was dead. I thought it was just a quiet crowd, and then the blast point, which Nikki you hit over, and it was church silent. It was church silent, and then all of a sudden I think it was Annie's mom that stood up and cheered, and then you guys cheered, and it was just a great match. You guys went on a tear at the right time, Zach. I mean, you don't want to peak early. I thought we peaked probably at the right time.
Yeah, we had a lot of injuries at the beginning of the year and a lot of freshmen on this year's team. I'll say that again, a lot of freshmen. So it took a while for us to to get our rhythm and figure out who was going to play where. And then as some players started to come back from injuries, that gave us a little more depth and players challenging for different positions for playing time. So I felt like we really hit our stride at the right time with some tough opponents down the stretch, and of course it helps that we had, I think, 6 matches in a row at home, so that really helped us be even more comfortable.
In fact, I think we gave Arizona Western, the league-leading Arizona Western, their first loss and their second loss of the season at home in 3-2 matches that were just thrilling. The crowd was great, the atmosphere was terrific. So we talked a little bit about your freshmen. Who stood out this year for you, think, Zach?
I mean, obviously these two were both named by the conference coaches as second team all-conference and honorable mention. But I felt like overall for the year, we weren't a team of standouts. We really were just a solid team from top to bottom, had a lot of depth at multiple positions and stuff. But for Pilar to come in as a freshman setter and basically run the show in the setting position as a freshman, that really stands out a lot. And then I think Nink really took a huge step up from last year, from being a good outside hitter to being all-conference nominee this year and stuff, and getting awarded second team for her efforts. So the two of them. And I think the other one that was close to being named honorable mention was Lacey Tenney, our freshman middle. She had a really strong season overall. But, our sophomores, all of them did a great job. And then our freshmen really, once they kind of figured out what college volleyball was about, then I felt like we really kind of came together as a team and we're ready for the postseason too.
Were there any surprises as far as players go?
That's a good question. I think really the one that stood out to me once she got healthy and was able to play was Zalea Loop. She was out for about 6 weeks, didn't really get to play in any matches. Of course, it takes a couple more days for her to get back into game shape. But once she got in towards the end of the season, I think she surprised all of us. She's just such a competitor, and she made some athletic plays, including a dig on match point against Eastern down there in the previous match that we won. And then also there was a dig where she went into the stands at Arizona Western in the last regular season match, in the playoff game. And I thought just that really kind of surprised me that somebody came back from injury and then had a really strong impact on the team late in the season.
I thought she swung it well late too. I thought that brought a different element that you hadn't had, I think, most of the year. So yeah. I thought she really did a good job. I thought Nink was a great leadership in a leadership role. Mm-hmm. You look at her from a freshman to a sophomore. There was really some growing up there. And there's going to be some growing up for Pilar as we go on. Let's talk to these two a little bit. So standouts, obviously, they were both named All-ACC-AC. Nink was named All-NJCA Region 1. So congratulations on that. Congratulations on a great season. What were your thoughts? Nink, let's start with you. What were your thoughts on the season?
I think in the beginning, like, our team chemistry wasn't like there, and like towards the end, like, it clicked more. So that's like when I feel like we got like better. Like, we were already good, but like we got even better than we were. So
you peaked at the right time, right?
Well, I mean, want to peak like from the beginning to the end, but
typically that doesn't happen. So you peaked at the right time, I think. Pilar, what do you think?
I think overall we just had a really good season. Like, as we've had ups and downs, but we had some really good wins at the beginning. I mean, beating Seward County and then beating Utah Eastern twice. Like, those were just good preseason wins. And then once we got into conference, we struggled a little bit, but then we grew as a team. And I just thought overall, like, at the end, we were just a family and we played really well together.
That's key, right? You coming together. You said you weren't unified there in the beginning, but as you come towards the end of the season, if you're unified, good things happen. Now, going into the national tournament, we're not there. Darn it, we wish we were. But you got Seward County, who we split with. We played them twice. You got Southern Idaho, which I think we saw. We didn't play this year, but we saw them play this year. Who else? Nimi, we saw them play. And then you got Snow that we lost to here at our place. We're in pretty good company, I think. We could probably compete pretty well if we had a chance to get there. What do you think?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Yeah? Not going to expound on that?
No.
Pilar, anything to expound on that?
No, I just think that, like, we have a good team whenever it counts. And so I think, like, if we were there, I think we'd surprise a lot of people.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people would underestimate us, and we're a Cinderella story type of team.
Yeah.
So
yeah. No,
I really did like our chances if we'd gotten past Western in the region final. I really did like our chances against New Mexico Military, even though they're a very good team and they handled Western really well. I just felt like we were matching up well with them. The problem was, I think, playing Western for a fourth time in one season just kind of added up. Two good teams keep playing each other. We ended up 500 with them. So, but I think if we could have got past Western, I think we had at least a 50-50 shot, if not better, of beating New Mexico Military and getting there. So
I think we caught Western on a very good night. They were I thought they were stellar that night. I think we caught a buzzsaw, quite frankly. And not that we played poorly. I think they just played that well. They played great. They played like
their life.
Exactly. Well, what's next for both of you? Nink, what's next for you?
I'm going on to 4-year school, hopefully.
Not sure where yet?
No, I'm not yet.
But that's your goal, is to go on, play, get your degree, etc. Good. Pilar, what's up for you?
Going to nationals next year.
All right. Okay, I like that. All right. You gonna write that down somewhere?
Yeah.
Keep it in front of you at all times?
Yeah, no, I think that, what's right in front of us is, I think that it's important that all of us start working hard now. I think that we need to kind of change, not completely change, but just like as a team be more unified in one goal and work hard together. And so this off season, just take workouts seriously, take practice seriously, and then once we come into preseason, I hope everyone does their summer workouts, but then once we come into preseason, just go after it. And after that, like, we'll just I think that the heart that we had this year was really good, and so if we could keep that same heart, but it just like further on our work ethic and our actual skill, I think we'll be in a really, really good spot.
Very good. Enjoy. I like that. Those comments. Zach, what now for the Lady Riders?
Well, we're very happy. We just signed 4 players for 2019. All 4 of them are really strong players. A couple of them from the Phoenix area, one from Utah and one from New Mexico. I think this is really going to solidify our Pilar and Lexi like having somebody else from New Mexico. Right. So that might be a record for us, having 3 players from New Mexico next year all on one team. So
I think that's a record anywhere.
Yeah, that's true. There's not that many out there to choose from.
I'm joking.
But so we're most of the way done with recruiting. We'll still have some more a little bit later in the year, but really starting to look at our spring training. And because we have such a solid group and so many players returning, it's a little bit different as we're planning this upcoming spring. Going to be a little bit more gradual in our strength and conditioning and in our training. We do want to get outside and play some more outdoor volleyball. We've already had 2 coaches contact us asking us to play them in sand matches. It's not that we're going to have a sand team, but I think we're going to start using that for training and working that way a little bit more. And then towards the end of spring training and stuff, really getting ready for our our camps, and then looking at next year, like Pilar said, what little adjustments do we have to make to win that district championship and get to nationals again
Now, you mentioned 4 signees. I'm assuming we're going to have some more signees.
Probably a couple
We
more.
don't have too many because we have a lot of freshmen.
Yeah, and we only have 4 players graduating and stuff,
Right.
but every once in a while, there's another change or two. But right now, we filled a libero position, a setter position, outside, and a middle. So we really just need probably 2 more. But now that we have such a solid group returning, and those 4 that are very good, we're really going to be picky over the next 3 or 4 months before we decide the next couple signees.
That's a good position to be in, to be able to pick and choose
Yeah.
who you want to come here. All right, we're not going to do this to coach. We're going to just do we're going to do a lightning round for the girls here. So Nick, we're going to start with you. All right, let's start with you. But first of all, where are you from?
Holland, the Netherlands.
The Netherlands. All right. A town?
Ermond.
Ermond.
Yeah.
Ermond. Okay. All right. How many siblings?
1.
All right. So a single child there, single home. Favorite food?
Tomato cream soup from home.
Tomato cream soup from home. Wow, that sounds good. Hobbies?
Watching movies.
Watching movies.
Yeah.
Okay. Any pets at home?
No.
What's your major? What's your career goal?
Film production, probably something in that. Yeah.
Oh, very nice. Okay, film production. Do you have a favorite singer or group?
No, I like everything.
Everything?
Yeah.
You're eclectic?
Yeah.
Okay. What's the place you want to visit most?
Switzerland.
Switzerland.
Yes.
And it's right there.
I know. I know.
It's right there. You
I
got to
know.
go.
Yeah, I do.
So that's a summer thing you're going to do?
Yep.
Okay, very good. Do you play any other sports?
No, I know.
So you straight volleyball? All right.